today's video, I'm doing a step-by-step guide on how you can reach 30 mil bounty. I'm actually 30 mil on both Pirate and Marine. Throughout this video, I'm going to be showing you guys tips and tricks on how you can also reach 30 million bounty. Rather it be tips and tricks, combos to learn, fruits to equip, strategies to put into use, whatever it may be, all of that will be included in this video. So stay till the end and let me know if any of this helped you. Also, be sure to join my Discord where I'll be hosting a permanent dragon giveaway. Alright, the first step to reaching 30 million is understanding your playstyle. If you're someone who would like to be an insane fighter and like a combo specialist, I would recommend you fruits like Portal or Rumble, which have a lot of mobility and insane combo potential as far as stuns go. And between the two of them, I would personally pick Portal because you can literally portal anywhere you want and fight whoever you want. But if you're someone who has zero interest in being skilled or maybe even have combos, I would actually recommend something like Kitsune or Yeti. They don't take a lot of skill of any kind, but they do get you bounty. I don't really recommend this if you care about the game, you want to get better, but if you just want bounty quick, why not just spam, you know? The next part of your build is what race you choose. There's a ton of different buffs and attributes that each race helps out with, but if I had to say, the easiest races to use and the most helpful are Angel, Cyborg, and Shark. They are probably the easiest to use and also offer the most helpful amount of buffs for newer players. If you're someone who wants to be a little bit more skilled or want a different set of skills, I would recommend something like Mink, Human, and Ghoul. Mink and Ghoul help a lot with speed. Ghoul usually only in the night though, but the problem with Mink is you have no defense. So you're going to want to pair it with a fruit maybe like Rumble or Portal so you can get away. But I really wouldn't recommend that to a beginner that just wants to reach 30 million. And that leads me on to the next part of choosing your race, the V3. There's many buffs you get with V3, but some of the most useful and overpowered ones I would have to say are Cyborg and Mink. Mink buffs your speed like crazy. You basically have super speed, and Cyborg V3 first of all has insane defense for when you're getting comboed, as well as the ability to Ken break when you are the one performing the combo. That's why I recommend it to a lot of newer players. Additionally, you're gonna want to pick a race that has a good V4 because V4 fighting is sadly very essential to PvP nowadays. If I had to say, the best V4s in the game are probably Angel, Cyborg, and maybe Human. But one that particularly stands out the most is Angel V4. By far the most overpowered and game ruining V4. It literally makes you uncomboable, as well as adding so much additional damage to your combos. And I definitely recommend it to people who want to get bounty fast. Now that we've created our build, let's get more into the combat side of gaining bounty. The first skill you probably should learn if you don't want to die in PvP is how to Ken trick. The trick to Ken tricking is, just as you're being hit with a combo that is able to be Kenned or dodged, you turn it on and you're able to escape the combo. But in turn, if you have your Ken on before the move hits you, oftentimes it'll break your Ken, which would turn off your ability to dodge. Means usually when you PvP, you want to have your Ken off so it doesn't get broken, as well as saving your dodges. But first you must know which moves can be Ken tricked, which comes with experience and slowly learning it. I promise at first it may be hard to decipher which moves you can Ken trick, but about a week in, you should get the hang of it. I promise. I'm sure many of you have been absolutely destroyed by the classic CDK combo, but here's a simple way you can easily get out of that combo and many other combos like it. First, you must make sure your Ken isn't already on or it will break and you will have to be hit with the combo. So after being hit with the stun, he's getting ready to use his CDK X after his Z. Just as the CDK Z ends, I'm going to turn on my Ken, which will make CDK X dodgeable. But for other swords, different parts of the move itself are Ken trickable. For example, Gravity Cane X stuns you and breaks your Ken, but the middle of Gravity Cane X is actually Ken trickable, and that's the window you have to escape. This is an example on how to Ken trick and when to turn on your Ken specifically. You want to start off with your Ken off, that way it doesn't break my Ken once the stun lands on me. Now as I'm in this X, I want to turn on my Ken, allowing me to flash step out and escaping his one-shot combo. And it works both ways. You don't want somebody Kenning your moves either, so you gotta know which one of your moves will break their Ken and which one of them they will be able to dodge. For example, you can't do God Human Z when their Ken is on, so what many people do is do X and Z. So now that y'all know how to escape combos, let me show y'all how to hit combos. Alright, we're starting off with the easiest sword combo to do in the world. It's so easy that the sword literally aims for you. And the sword you're going to need is Gravity Cane. Alright, so now that you have Gravity Cane, you're going to want to do Gravity Cane Z, God Human X, Z, C, Gravity Cane X, and then look down and do Portal Z if he's not already dead. And that is one of the easiest combos to do and literally takes no skill at all. All you have to do is let the sword aim for you and you get an easy kill. But if you prefer fruit stats, I have an even easier combo to do that also aims for you. And that's the newly reworked Diamond. The Diamond V is literally aimbot and will hit anything that's near you. So to start off the combo, you're going to want to use the aimbot move, which is V, into Sanguine C, Yama X, and you turn around and then do Diamond Z, C, and then you hold X long enough and then you do your Sang Z, which will absolutely destroy anyone, including 30 millions. So now that you know some combos, let me show you some tips to make those combos even easier. You're gonna need good movement. Running in a straight line will just get you demolished and instantly one-shot comboed. You're gonna need to stagger your movement into multiple zigzags and jumps, making it harder for the enemy to actually hit you. Also, making it easier for you to find a window to land your combo. Notice here how I'm doing a dash jump, which makes it so you stride farther and longer. This helps you on being faster and getting places quicker. Additionally, you're going to want to probably use Pilot Helmet or Hunter's Cape to make you quicker, but as well as certain fruits that help you with mobility, like the Diamonds M1 or even Portal and Rumble, which have mobility moves of their own. But here are some special things that you could do if you're chasing someone that's going in the air or flying away or something like that. First, you're going to want to turn on click to move. It should be right here, and then you just go right twice, and there you go, click to move. You'll know you did it right when you right click and see a balloon. Just like this. So now that you know you have click to move on, the steps to doing the glitch are just like this. Jump while right clicking, so you see the balloon after you jump. So as you're jumping right clicking, right before you hit the ground, just click Q, and it should send you flying like this. Making it so you can catch any runner that's trying to fly away, like maybe a Venom user or a Dragon user. And here's one that's even better for chasing runners, though it doesn't really work well if they're going straight up in the air. But if they're just normally running, this will catch up to them in no time. So all you really gotta do is have God Human. If you're using Sanguine, sorry, this won't work. But if you're using God Human, all you gotta do is look down with your God Human Z, flick up to the sky really quickly, and then bring your mouse back down. And while doing that, all you gotta do is unequip God Human and then just start clicking space. And it'll send you flying. And I guess also in turn, it'll help you run. Though I don't recommend running, nobody likes runners. But yeah, it would definitely help with running. But what you can also do is just pull out your sword. Instead of unequipping God Human, just switch straight to sword. The next little movement trick really isn't a trick, it's just knowledge. Not enough of you use your flash step offensively. You just use it for something to do when your M1 of Portal is on cooldown. What you need to be using for is offensively, like going into a stun. You basically have a free teleport. Like as you're in the middle of PvP, aim your cursor near them and flash step right on them and use your Portal X or something like that. It's basically just free movement to get close enough to land your stun. In addition, it also really helps to extend your combos. Say like you land Guitar Z and it puts you a great distance away. You could just flash step there and make it a lot easier to reach him to use your next move. So now that you have good movement, let me show you ways you can use it. Basically, when to be aggressive and when to be passive. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm mainly only aggressive unless I'm about to die. But for newer players, I recommend a good mix of both. And by that I mean, if an enemy's vital move is on cooldown, like Gravity Cane Z, Shark Anchor Z, and things like that, that's when I would recommend being more aggressive. But when they have all their moves ready to use, I wouldn't just get in their face just yet. I recommend waiting and getting your own window on when to attack. It's a lot easier finding a window on when to attack when you're going against fruits like Kitsune and Dragon, because it really is so dependent on their C. Now that I've said it, you cannot unsee it. Think about every time you've ever fought a Dragon user or a Kitsune user, they love their C. Oftentimes, they're running away until the C comes back. That's how much they depend on it. And that's really your window. You notice it all the time against those stinky little ice users. Always dependent on their V, and they're really nothing without it. But it really gives you an advantage, because you know that they know without their V, they're in shambles, giving you the upper hand, giving you plenty of time to attack them when their V is on cooldown. Sorry, ice users. And for the final tip, and maybe the most important that you're not gonna like to hear, you gotta fight better people. I know many of you guys watching this are ice mains who like to sit inside the cafe in the second C, waiting for an unsuspecting guy to leave the safe zone. In all reality, that is not how you're gonna get better, and a very inefficient way to get bounty. You're gonna need to only bounty hunt in C3, where you're gonna find the most 30 millions, the most good players. It's just the only way to improve. Fighting better people. And at the end of the day, like, if your main goal is to become skilled and become a 30 million, you gotta fight 30 millions so you could be on par with them. Camping the cafe with your ice build is not gonna get you anywhere. You're not improving anything. It's more of just a corny strat to gain maybe 1 million bounty a month. It's inefficient, unskilled, and probably kind of boring. But if you combined all the skills that I've taught you here, I promise within a week you're going to be seeing massive improvements. Yeah, no, massive. But anyways, I hope this quick guide helps some of you. Let me know down in the comments if you're seeing any improvement in your own skills and PvP as well as bounty. With that being said, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.